Greetings. Hello. How y'all doing out there? This is Chef Bee. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. How are you? I hope everyone is wonderful today. I want you to tell me what city you're from as you jump on. All right. And actually, let me see if I can pin this. Hold on a second here. So, as you jump on, please tell me what city you're from. I'm in ATL. What city you repping? I always like to know where our folks are coming from. All right, so I am Chef Bee. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm actually just putting a couple pins here. Yes. Thank you for the heart. 16 people. Yes, yes, yes. How are y'all? How are you guys doing today? All right, so let's see if we can pin this. Can we pin it? Yeah, let's pin it. All right, so today we're doing 2 dishes. All right, y'all, we're doing 2 dishes. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Chef Bee. I'm repping ATL. I represent Brooklyn. I represent Guyana. I represent, those places. I am one of those folks that I'm from everywhere. Really not everywhere, but just these 3 cities. And I'm going to put here GT. GT is Georgetown, Guyana. So please tell me what city you are from. Tell me what city you are from. This is Wellness Wednesdays. I am on here every first Wednesday of the month. And for many of you who actually follow Black Vegetarian Society of Georgia, you know that we actually put out a list of seasonal produce items that you all should really be taking advantage of depending on what city you're in. All right, I see New Jersey and Maryland. I see Chicago. Yes, I see all of that. Beautiful. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to share a little bit about myself, what I do, and then in the process, we're going to actually prepare a couple things, okay? The featured item for today. Can anyone guess what this is? Tell me, I'm going to push it close. What is this? What's the featured item for today? What is that? What do those look like? Tell me what the featured item of the day is. We're going to make some dishes with this. What are the featured items of the day? Can y'all see it? What's that? What's this? Can y'all see? Yes? Featured item of the day, sweet peas. Yes, I see you. Sweet peas. Greetings to everybody who's joining. All right, now let's talk a little bit about sweet peas. Some people hate peas. Some people hate peas. But peas are actually a super amazing food for you to have in your diet. Yes, sweet peas, y'all. Sweet peas. Sweet peas are rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, which are all super good for your immune system. Okay? It's also rich in vitamin A and vitamin B. Okay? And it really just supports, like it has a lot of antioxidants in it to support just overall health and well-being. So what we're going to do today is this is one of the produce items that's featured on Black Vegetarians' May list. I said today because I do meal prep, right? If any of you know me, I do plant-based meal prep. And it's called Essential Meals to Go. And I really work with people who are really trying to just get healthy and transition to a plant-based diet, right? So I wanted to show you how to make peas in 2 different ways that are pretty cool. Today what we're going to do is we're going to make a pea pesto and toss this with some linguine. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to make an Indian dish called Mutter Paneer. I'm going to talk a little bit about both of those. So we're going to make a dish called Mutter Paneer, which is an Indian dish, and it requires peas. And we're also going to make a pea pesto. All right, y'all. Super simple to make, super yummy. Just maybe you'll have a different view about peas once we're done. So I have some organic peas here. I actually have another bag that I've already used. And what I'm going to do, what we're going to do first, I'm going to turn my heat on. And I'm going to show you what I have here. Here we go. I have a pan, so I'm going to show you my pan. See my pan? So I have this pan. And I'm heating it up. So I'm just turning it on hot so that it could get right. For those of you who are joining us, we're using peas today. We're making a dish with some peas. And, you know, peas are just such a beautiful, lovely food that comes around this time of year. If you are gardeners out there, you know that you can actually put a little fence up and you'll get your peas. Your peas will just climb over the fence, the sugar snap peas in particular. And they're just absolutely delicious, crunchy, yummy to add to everything. You can eat it just like that. Super healthy for you. We said that they have vitamin A, rich in vitamin A, rich in vitamin B, rich in vitamin C, rich in vitamin E, rich in zinc. So if you're not eating peas, you want to make sure that you start, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I have this heated up. I'm going to build the sauce for the first dish we're going to make is called the Mutter Paneer, okay? So what is Mutter Paneer? Mutter means peas in Hindi. All right, Mutter means peas in Hindi. And Paneer means cheese in Hindi. We're not using cheese for this dish. Instead, we're going to actually use tofu, and I'll show you what that looks like. Because actually tofu is a kind of fermented kind of cheese, if you think about it, all right? It's just plant-based. All right, so we're going to build our sauce for our Mutter Paneer in here, okay? What do I have in here? I have cashews. It's going to give us a creaminess. We have garlic. And then what I was doing here, I just ran out of time. I am going to cut up for you an onion. All right, I'm going to cut up the onion. I'm going to cut up just a little bit of the onion, and then I'm going to put some inside of the blender, and then I'm going to reserve some of it for the pan, okay? So I just took half of this onion, as you can see. I took half. I'm just going to cut it up like a rough chop, like that. And that goes into here. All right, so those of you who are joining, tell me what city you from. What city you representing? What city you representing? All right, so while that's heating up, the next thing I'm going to add to make my sauce, is tomatoes. All right, I'm going to add some tomatoes. So these are some grape tomatoes, super sweet and yummy. And I'm just going to add this to my blender like this. Okay, so I can get a nice rich sauce. Okay, so that's in, just so you can see. So we have the tomatoes, we have red onions, and then we have cashews, and we have some garlic. Okay, so for those of you who are joining, we're making 2 dishes with our featured seasonal item, green peas. All right, so if you can see over here, I have, and I can bring it closer, I have here my blender. You can see it. And I'm going to blend this up. Wonderful. All right, so this is the sauce, right? We're going to chop up this other onion and saute it, right? We're going to chop up this other onion and saute it. So I'm cutting it up into small pieces. This is a very simple and very popular dish in northern India, all right? For those of you who don't know, I'm originally from Guyana. And a lot of the foods that we make in Guyana are influenced by Indians, Africans, Chinese, Amerindians. It's really just a blend of a lot of different cultures. So I do a lot of Indian style foods that are combined with Caribbean flavors. I call that style of food Afro-Caribbean Asian fusion. That's my style of cooking. So this is already smelling wonderful. Just yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm going to add a little bit of coconut oil to this. So give me a sec. Okay. Have a little bit of coconut oil here. See, I can't get the bottle open. See that? I got a little bit of coconut oil. Right. So this Mutter Paneer comes from northern India. Very popular dish. Mutter means peas. And paneer means cheese. So we're making a dish that is traditionally made with what they call cottage cheese, but we're not using cottage cheese since we're Black Vegetarian Society of Georgia. So we're not going to use that. All right. So if you can see, right? If you can see, just tilt this down a little bit. If you can see, right? My pan. My onions are looking good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add all this good stuff here to the pan. And we're going to get the tomatoes all nice and yummy. And then I'm going to show you the different things that we're going to season this with. It smells so good already, y'all. You know, it smells so good. All right. So we have this. Right, and you'll find in Indian cooking, what happens is there's quite a bit of stovetop cooking. Rarely will you find Indian cooking in the oven, right? Unless maybe you're, combining it with some other cultural foods that require you to go in the oven. But many of the dishes are very quick, and they're done on the stovetop. Right? Like the breads and things like that you might be familiar with, like flatbreads and dosas and those kinds of things. They're all done with like a pan that's over fire. Right? So very, very quick, easy cooking. So what I'm going to do here, you can see this. What I'm doing here, we're just cooking this down. We're going to actually cover this in a second just so that the heat can, really do its magic here. It's so pretty. And then what's going to happen is this is going to get a lot darker. Okay, this is going to get darker. And, just to let you know, in Indian cuisine, everybody has a different way that they do this particular dish. This dish, so many recipes, right? Because everybody, it's kind of like, peas and rice or mac and cheese. Everybody has their version of it that is, special and wonderful. So I'm going to add to this, once we actually cook this down a little bit, I'm going to add some other goodies to this. All right, so I'm going to turn this back up a little bit. All right. So we have our sauce cooking down. I'm cleaning up here. Okay. So we got that going. If you have any questions, please drop your questions. Let me just say this. So we're using peas today. We're using peas and we're talking about meal prepping, because meal prepping is probably one of the things that a lot of us are challenged with. We don't know what to always make. You have something that you buy. You don't necessarily know how to negotiate, different recipes with that thing that you buy. So I wanted to just jump on today because that's my specialty. I do meal prepping for people. And meal prepping does not have to be challenging. Meal prepping is actually fun because it gives you an opportunity to make a bunch of stuff all at once. Okay? It gives you an opportunity to really kind of streamline how you cook food. Okay? So I wanted to show you guys, all right, we're going to take this one thing and we're going to make a few different things with this one thing. All right? Or a couple of different things with this one thing. All right. So you guys see my tomatoes are doing its magic. I'm going to add something called fenugreek. I don't know if y'all can see that. The brightness of the light. All right. So you can't see it, but I'm going to add something. There it is, called fenugreek. Fenugreek is a spice that is amazing. It's very, very much used in Indian cooking. All right, it gives your food this really full body flavor, right? In some ways, it reminds me a little bit of garlic, right? It reminds me a little bit of like a garlic kind of flavor. So, I mean, I love it. All right, so we have that. We're also going to add in a little bit of turmeric. I'm going to add in a little bit of turmeric. Okay, make this nice and bright. Turmeric is super good. It's an anti-inflammatory, right? It's super good for the body. And in order for the turmeric to actually work, what we're going to also do is we're going to add to this some pepper, okay? We're going to add in some pepper. So where I just saw the pepper. Where is my pepper? Y'all, where did the pepper go? I just saw it. All right, let's see. I just had pepper. Where is my pepper? Y'all, I hate when I can't find my stuff. I just had the pepper. Pepper, 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 pepper. Pepper, 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 pepper. Where are you? There you go. Hiding from me. Pepper. There we go. All right, so we're going to add in some pepper. And this is just to help round off the flavor. See how nice and red this is getting? The more we cook it down, the more color we're getting. I'm also going to add in here some masala. All right, I don't know if you can see that. This is Indian masala, garam masala. So we're going to add some of that in as well in here. Again, all of these are just helping to build the flavor. And then I'm going to add in here some curry. Okay? So you'll find that, you know, when you're doing Indian style cooking, there's just a lot of different components to it. We're also going to add in some salt. Right? Going to add in some salt to balance. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of cilantro. I like to cook with essential oils. That pepper gotta be, whew. So I'm going to add in one drop of that. All right, so we got that in. And then all we do here is we just continue to, you know, stir. It's going to get nice and rich. If you have coconut milk here, you can add coconut milk. You can add, you know, any kind of like cream. You can add that here. But I want you to take a look at that. Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. All right, gorgeous. All right, super delicious, pretty, yummy. Let me taste. Yep. Bomb. That is so good. All right, so look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add in a little bit of milk just to like loosen this up because it's getting nice and tight. And then we're gonna finish up this dish and show you how we're gonna finish it up. So let me get some milk. Okay, so all I need is a little bit of milk, not much. So I'm using some unsweetened milk. Again, just to loosen this up, and then we're going to add in some other things. I'm going to leave it out just in case we need some more. Okay? But now, look, I want to show you this. This is my paneer. This is the paneer. So this is the cheese, right? So this is tofu. This is organic sprouted tofu that I got, and then I just cut them into cubes, and we're going to add that to this dish. Okay? So that's done. And that's in. And then I'm going to cover this. We're going to cover this. And we're going to let it simmer for a little bit. And then the very last step. All right, dipping wet spoon into a seasoning. Does it create spoilage? No, because actually when I did that, it coated, the seasoning coated the wet part. So there was nothing in there, actually. It was nothing in there at all. Good question, though. Yes, good question. But usually, like, I'm constantly using my seasonings, so there's never spoilage because they don't last very long. But once you, so if you think about it, like if you dip your spoon inside the seasoning, all the dry will cover it, and then you take it out, so you're not gonna have anything wet inside the seasoning. All right. Now, this is how I cook. You know, you don't have to do that. You can just use a dry spoon if you desire. That's probably ideal, but you know, this is what I do in my kitchen. All right, so this is what it's looking like. This is what it's looking like. This is one of those authentic, real authentic Indian style dishes. And then the last thing that we're gonna add are the peas. Oh, where are my peas? All right, so I'm going to open this up. I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna add like maybe I think like a cup of peas. All right, so let's do this. And these are just, you do it at the end because you just, you know, everything's pretty much cooked at this point, but you want that beautiful, look at how vibrant, look at that. You want that beautiful, vibrant color, you know, from the peas. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is, y'all. Oh, so pretty. All right, so this is our first dish. It doesn't take long at all to make. All right, this is our first dish, and we're gonna plate it. I'm gonna show you what this looks like when we plate it, okay? I'll just make like a little bit and we'll plate, okay? All right, so take a look. Let me taste. Wow, that's amazing. It's so good. All right, so this is our sauce. This is our Mutter. This is our Mutter Paneer. Okay, so how do I plate this? Let me get a plate. Actually, I'll get a bowl. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bowl. Boom. Okay. And I also made some rice. I made some basmati rice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just scoop out a little bit of rice. Now this rice is a fragrant rice. There's cloves in here. There's star anise in here. You know, just a lot of good stuff is in here. And then I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna just put this in the middle, like so. Okay, just like that. Boom. Okay, so we have a nice little circle here of rice, and then I'm going to put some of the Mutter Paneer off to the side like so. Okay. Now with this dish, if you have some like herbs, you can add some cilantro here if you wanted to. You could add cilantro, or you could use, you know, just some greens. It's up to you, but we're just gonna keep it real simple. So this is one of our dishes done. All right, let's see. It says what all is in your rice? Cloves. Okay, so what's in the rice? What I did. This is how you make perfect rice every time. 1 cup of brown basmati. Star anise, clove, and then I also use cardamom. I use cardamom, okay? I use cardamom. Cardamom's inside this rice, okay? And then a little bit of salt and a little bit of garlic, and that's it, okay? That's it. So I'm going to scrape the rest of this off, and then we're going to do the last dish. All right, so we have the Mutter Paneer done. Mutter Paneer is done. And now what we want to do is the pesto. All right, great question. Let's see, any other questions? Let's see. I'm just looking here. It says, yes, the peas add a flair. Yeah, and it's pretty. I think it just adds very much like a flair. The color is just, it pops. All right, looks like I hit all the questions on here. All right. All right, so I'm going to taste. Very good. Very, very good. All right. So now, we got that done. The next dish we want to make, I'm going to bring this over. The next dish we want to make is a pesto. We're going to make a pea pesto. And the pea pesto is going to be made with, look inside here, peas, garlic, cashews, basil. All right? And to give it a cheesy flavor, what we're going to do is we're going to add something else. Where's my stuff here? We're going to add some nutritional yeast. I'm going to show you this. So this is nutritional yeast. All right, there's a place here in Atlanta called Sevenanda. And And it is our natural food store. All right. And so we use, I just buy this in bulk rather than buying them in a package from the grocery store because you actually get a better deal. All right, I'm looking at one of the questions. Do you take the pit out, the cardamom or others out of the rice, or do you eat it? I leave everything in there because it just fragrance up the rice. So if it comes inside of the bowl when I eat, I don't have a problem with that. Just go on. What are you cooking? Okay, so I'm making 2 dishes today. The first dish we showed you is our Mutter Paneer. Mutter means peas and paneer means cheese. It's an Indian dish. We're featuring green peas because green peas are on the seasonal May list for Black Vegetarian Society of Georgia. Okay, so that's why we're using peas. And we're talking about meal prepping because we know how many people have their challenges trying to figure out what they're going to eat. They want to eat well, but they're not always clear like what they can do. So you buy these green peas, and I'm showing you a couple of different things that you can do with your green peas. All right. So we made the mutter dish, and we are also making the pesto. All right. Someone said, is yeast healthy? It has B12 in it. So your B12 complex, your body doesn't make bees at all. So you have to get it from outside sources. So it's actually a good source of B complex. And I know there are different people who have feelings about nutritional yeast. I don't use a whole lot of it. I use it, every now and then when I want to get that cheesy flavor. But, I like it. I'll just say that. I like it and I use it in moderation. All right. The other thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to add, instead of adding oil like we typically do when we're making a pesto, I'm going to add a little bit of milk. Okay. Still going to give us that creamy flavor, but it's not going to be oily. All right. I don't want my food to be oily. The other thing that I'm going to add to this is salt. I'm going to this is 1 pinch, 2 pinches. All right. And I'm using a pink Himalayan salt. I keep my salt inside of like a little glass container. Okay. All right. So I'm going to blend this up now. Where's my lid? Where's my top? Hold on. Let me get it. Where's my lid, y'all? Here it is. All right. So here goes the lid on. And we're blending up our pesto. So I can show you what that looks like. All right, so that's coming together. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to scrape the insides. Scrape the insides. This smells so good, y'all. Woo. Yum. All right. I want this to get nice and smooth. So I'm going to taste a little bit, and then we're going to continue to blend. Now what I'm adding, let me turn this off. I actually reserved some of the pasta water. And then I'm now adding the pasta water because it has the starch in it. Okay. And I'm going to add that to here. Okay. right, let's see. I would take notes. So for those of you who are watching, you're asking, I'm just talking through what we're doing here. I'm not giving you the full recipe because I've basically done a few things ahead of time. All right, so let's try this and see if it's balanced. Okay, let me rinse off this spoon. Actually, I'll just get another one. All right, now, look how beautiful that pesto is. This is made from peas, y'all. Peas. Look at that pesto. Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Let me taste. Mmm. So beautiful. Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right, now, check it what we're going to do. Right, take your good notes. Here's what we're going to do. Look what I got. I got some pasta, peas, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to add the pesto in here. And we're going to toss the pesto in with this pasta and the peas. Okay? We're going to just work it together. All right, so this was sitting for a little bit, so I'm going to actually use 2 forks. All right, and we're going to toss them together. All right. Any questions? It looks good. Yes, it's super good. So I'm gonna use these forks to loosen up my pasta and get all that beautiful, all those noodles covered with this wonderful mixture. All right. So we're doing that. Okay. Look at that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm going to actually put a little bit more of this on this side, just so, you know, I flipped it over just so that it's fully incorporated. Okay. So boom. Now, from a meal prep standpoint, you make this dish. This is a lot. Okay, this is a lot. So what you want to do is you want to portion this out. So you actually are making food for a few days. All right? You're making for a few days. This can go with a salad. Okay? We could add some greens to this. You can add some cucumbers. You can add some tomatoes. Whatever you desire. You can just go for it. All right? You can do it. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt just to balance the flavor here. Okay? So again, this is our second dish. Our first dish, we basically made the Mutter Paneer. Mutter means peas. Paneer means cheese. And for our second dish, our round 2 dish, we actually are making a green pea pesto. All right? And tossing it with some linguine. Again, meal prep, we know that it can be a little challenging for folks, but it doesn't have to be, right? You can do some simple preps. You take this, you put this inside of, you know, like your meal prep containers. Like, so I'll give you an example. So we have this, right? You have this, and then what we do here is, you know, I'm just kind of setting this up for, and let me put this off to the side so that I can do what I need to do. So we're going to grab some of this, right? We're going to grab some, put it in here. This is lunch. This is lunch, right? This is lunch. And then look, I still got some left over, right? But this is lunch, right? So we got lunch. I got a meal for maybe dinner. Here. We got enough of the Mutter Paneer. This is another lunch. And then we can pack up some more and we can have another lunch or dinner. Okay? So, really easy. All right, so it says here, how many cloves of garlic did you add to the pesto? Oh, I used 1 big fat one and 1 small one. All right? I actually have, I can show you, where's my garlic? Let me show you the garlic. Let's see. Do I have it? Yeah. This is my garlic. This is the garlic, so it's huge. So each of the cloves, if you look, the cloves are huge. So I used one big one, and then there was like a smaller one that I used. Okay. What kind of pasta is that? It's a linguine pasta. So if you look, the noodles are pretty large. It's a linguine pasta. All right. All right. Next question. This looks so darn good. Yes, it is. It's so good. And guess what? If you haven't tried pea pasta before, this is the first time. So I'm going to try it. I'll tell you what it tastes like. It is so darn good. It's so delicious. I definitely need to try different meals. Can you post the recipe? I got on it. I don't have the recipe, but I can tell you what we did real fast. Real quick. And you can actually just look at the replay. All right. We made 2 dishes. Our featured item, green peas. We made this first dish. This first dish is an Indian dish. It's called Mutter Paneer. Mutter means peas. Paneer means cheese. And it's a curry. That's a very popular dish that's in North India, excuse me. And we also used a seasoned basmati brown rice to go with. So that was dish number 1. Dish number 2, we're prepping for lunch. We made this beautiful linguine pasta tossed with green peas again. We made a green pea pesto. It had a little bit of basil, green peas, garlic, and nutritional yeast, just to give it that nice cheesy flavor. We didn't use any oil. We just used a little bit of milk. Okay? And that's it. Now, guys, I do meal prep. So if you are interested, I want you to, for those of you who are on, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do 2 things. I want you to go to these 2 pages, Essential Meals to Go, and I want you to follow me, okay? I'm located here in Atlanta, and I do meal prep, plant-based meal prep. You basically get your new menu on Monday morning, and then you have until Friday at 12 noon to order. We ship, and if you are local to Atlanta, you would pick up or we can deliver to you on Sundays. If you live a little further outside of Atlanta, we can deliver too. We can get your meals to you, okay? In addition to that, if you're interested in learning how to cook plant-based and do like just in terms of healthy plant-based and really just helping to up-level your wellness, then you guys, I have my culinary program coming online. It's starting next month, and you can go to I Am Chef Bee if you want to, schedule some time to chat with me so I can see how I can support you. You can go to, I sent you both my links, Essential Meals to Go and I Am Chef Bee, and you can actually go to both of those pages and follow me. Please do so, and you can actually go to my link in bio, and you can schedule some time to chat with me so that I can see how I can support you, because I do a few things, and so we want to make sure it's a good fit. So that's one. If you know you need meals, you're like kind of local, or it doesn't matter if you're not local, we can get the meals to you. We do ship to selected cities. Go to essentialmealstogo.com and just see what we have. We have a special this week for Mother's Day, $15 off your meal order if you order by Friday at 12 noon. Okay, that's my gift to the mamas. We do so much, so we got to get a little reprieve, right? So, y'all have any questions? Someone said thank you. Definitely need to try different meals. Yes, yes. So, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Please follow me. Please check this out. And I want to just say to you, meal prep is not difficult. It just requires a little bit of wanting, a little bit of creativity, and a little bit of intention. Or I would like to say it requires the pill. And the pill is patience, intention, love, and light. Okay, so that is what it requires for you to meal prep and really be successful in the kitchen. Just requires you just taking a leap of faith. Okay, so I would love to connect with you guys. Again, we have our culinary program, our third cohort, y'all, coming up next month. June 16th is when we start. If you're interested in learning more, schedule some time to chat with me. If you're interested in meal prep, Essential Meals to Go, please follow both of those pages just so that we can stay connected. All right, y'all. Have an amazing Wellness Wednesday. I know I'm going to eat. I've already made a bunch of meals for the family, so I feel really good about that. And y'all, we only did that in about 45 minutes. It didn't take long because I've been talking, so it's probably a lot shorter than that. So meal prep just requires the pill. Patience, intention, love, and light. On that note, you guys have an amazing Wednesday, and I'll see you guys next month Wednesday, for our Wellness Wednesday. All right, y'all. See you soon.